just show one before and after because your picture's worth 1,000 words of what it does to your skin. Watch this lady, the before, and look at now the after. Here she comes.
There's the before.
Look at the difference. And this is in 4 months.
And for travel, you've been selected for an ambush makeover.
What? Everybody ready? Let's see what she looks like after. You know, let's see the old Sarita one more time before we see the new woman. Let's take a look. There she is. And of course,
and this is what I'm saying is if you know how to work with hair and look at the face and take the best you can from this hair to frame and complement the features of the face and put a beautiful gown like she has on right now that is so complementing her natural color. She's so fair.
She won't
and
quit
these colors
crying,
are
Peter,
I know.
she's so excited.
We worked hard on this makeup lady.
She's got these beautiful blue eyes.
She has gorgeous eyes, and you can't even see the hair here truly, how long and how damaged it is. And it was just lying there doing nothing. It did nothing for her. Oh my goodness. So we began by putting highlights and really giving it a very unique, I took advantage of that straight look that she has and made it work for her in a length that is so flattering to her. But what's most unique about this is that, remember Audrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady?
Yes.
When she came out for the first time. Look at those eyes. I mean, you have the most gorgeous set of eyes.
Yeah.
And we brought them out. I mean, really, don't ever hold back.
Yes. Well,
what I was so impressed by is that she lost close to 100 pounds. You know how much work and effort it takes to do her hair?
This is Kim before and...
Here's Kim now.
Let's see what Kim looks like now. Spin her around.
It's subtle, but it frames her face beautifully. It brings color to her face. It brightens her face. We did low lights and highlights. We were working with a magnificent salon called Margie and David. I think that is the greatest salon in the Seattle city, and they've done such an incredible job helping and working with me to create these low lights.
She was too orangey now before, wasn't she? When I look at the shots,
there was nothing going on. It was very brassy, number one, and not orangey, brassy. You were telling me you were doing colors at home, and that's the problem when you use colors that are done at home. They have a tendency, because they don't have the quality of a salon color performance, to go too brassy when sunlight hits it.
What was the problem with just her hair length being long?
Well, this is the biggest challenge, because she looked at me and she says, "I don't want to have my hair cut." And I said, let's go.
I had just cut 4 inches a month
attached
before.
to the long hair. Attached to that long hair that was doing nothing but dragging her down. It was wimpy, it was limp, it was no definition whatsoever. It was dragging her face, pulling it down.
You know, you looked horrible before.
I had good days. I didn't know it was that bad.
We had to give it
the makeup, how did you give the life with the makeup?
Oh, it started by framing her brows, because we needed to work on her brows a little bit to open up her eyes. And also, she has a very strong chin. So I had to create a makeup and a hairdo.
Okay, I have a strong chin. What do you do?
Okay, hear me.
I got that Jay Leno thing.
Okay, I had to create a hairdo that gives some fullness to create a little bit of width right here along the jawline to take away from the pointiness and the strength of the chin. So that's why I added some volume and fullness in here.
And this is what Kim looks like before, and I think some of that sparkle is back, Mom, Dad, Sis. Let's see what Kim looks like now.
low lights, highlights. We redid the hair because she had so much hair. I wanted to tame it a little bit down, kind of keep it under control.
Can we show that before? Yeah,
yes.
that was a little moppy, wasn't it, sweetie?
Too much for her.
This is cute. I like this.
This is such much more finished, and the highlights, again, adds brightness to her features and her face, and it just gives her a softness and a femininity, which is what I like in seeing in women when they are made up, that femininity that comes out in her.
Let's take a look at what Deborah looked like before the makeover. Want to spin that chair around? Let's see how she looks now. Quickly, Peter, what did you do?
It's starting with the brows. And your girlfriend was right. We had a...
So sometimes you listen to the girlfriend.
We needed to correct those brows. Open them up. There was just like a strip going across. We needed to really open up her eyes, give an arch, perform an eyebrow finish that looked flattering to her face, to her eyes, to her features. We put some highlights in her hair. I took away that... Her hair was just doing nothing. We had to give it some design and line and style so it worked with the features of her face. It's very important to really look at a person and study them. It isn't just about cutting hair. What works for them with the texture of hair, with the body size and features of face and bone structure, and this is what we came up with, and it's so positive. Amber, basically, she asked me, what do I do for just a quick, tight set that I can just put my fingers through and not worry about, you know, combing my hair and having it look with it, but not overly done. And I just told her to set her hair with electric rollers, okay, and use your fingers. Don't use a brush. If you do use a brush, which I'm going to show you right now, it's just to brush out the actual set that we created here by using electric rollers. And we left them in for a few minutes and just pull them out because we want something that's soft and natural. Bend your head down a little bit. Let me show you a trick. If you throw it down and brush it out, just to loosen the set, throw it back real hard, swing it. That's it. And now what I'm going to do is use my fingers. I will not use a brush and be able just to get a very natural look, full look, without, there you are. And if you want a little bit of more height, always use the hairspray at the root, not on the hair, but on the root itself, just for body. A little bit of a lift.
Why? What does that do?
That gives it a lift.
Wow, look at the difference.
Look at the difference.
That's
it took
great.
me, what, 2 seconds? Outro look. A lot of time people ask me how to put up hair. I have a difficult time with hair. Well, hair doesn't have to be that difficult. You can use either, in her case, I'm going to, I can't see, she's so high up here. In her case, I'm parting her hair on the side. She has a very young, natural look for that.
So is this a good thing if you have thinner hair, Amy? Is your hair thin?
Her hair happens to be fine. And look what I'm going to try to do. Which camera do you want me to work with?
This one here. Camera one.
If you could just stand up and move a little bit to the right here. Okay. And what I'm going to do with Amy here is I'm going to twist it. And I'm just going to do a sort of like a little tugging right here at the back. See how easy that is?
Look at that.
That's all. And I'm going to take this little strand that's here and just put it in here with a hairpin, if you don't mind handing me some pins.
And for amazing tips like these, you can log on to www.beautywalk.com, and I bet you could ask Peter just about any question, and he would have a tip.